Hey everyone, we got a long one for you today because we're going to be diving into Dungeon Alchemist, the latest update, Everything is Lava. And we've got a lot to cover, but don't worry, if you don't feel like covering every single thing, there'll be video chapters down below. You can go ahead and skip around wherever you want, because I know this one's gonna be a little long in the tooth, you know what I mean? Welcome aboard everyone, new, my leets, what's going on? And since this one is gonna be a little long in the tooth, I'm gonna try to do this as quick as possible for this intro. So if you are interested in Dungeon Alchemist after you see this video, feel free to go down and there will be a link in the description below where you can go and purchase your copy on Steam, which is where they have this. I don't know why they have to do it like that. That's probably the only thing that I don't like about that, is that they have to go through Steam. It's kind of annoying, but that I can't own my own piece of software, like have it on my computer. Don't like it. But the software itself, oh gosh, is dopeness on the nth degree. Nah, I mean, let's roll into this. And on the other side, as always, I have the question of the vid and some very special news that you may want to stick around for. And I'm not just saying this just to kind of keep you around to the end of the video. I'm telling you, what Dungeon Alchemist has coming up, oh man, this one's a doozy. Let's get going and roll them. All right, so the first thing we want to look at in the latest update, the Everything is Lava update, is the Partnerize Chronicles. It's something that is new. When you open up your Dungeon Alchemist, you will be greeted with the Partnerize Chronicles. If you subscribe right up here with this little button and its check marks. Now, if you haven't opened up your Dungeon Alchemist for a while, since the last update, this will pop up automatically. And what it will show, and this always shows, it's once a week that it comes out, and you have a map showcase, a tips and tricks, and an object showcase. Like for right here, I just thought this was cool. This is by Global. It's called Turtle Island, and it's just cool. It looks cool, man. Let me go ahead and press a like on that. I'm not going to download it, or maybe I will. Maybe I'll go back and download it later on. I'm not sure. I just think that it looks cool right there. And then you have tips and tricks. Right here, it'll tell you a little tip right here. If you want to position walls just about anywhere, you have the freestanding walls now, and I covered that, I believe, in the last update. And right down here, we have the object showcase, and it looks like we have a treasure chest. What's cool is that if you mouse over the object, you have a little bit of animation right there. I like it. I like that chest. Let me like that too. I'm going to favorite that so it'll pop up on my assets. I like that one. Now, another thing too, that if it doesn't pop up, then it's right here at the top, the Partnerize Chronicles. All you have to do is click on it and just read the latest edition, and it'll just pop up for you. And then you can subscribe to it if you want it to pop up every time that you open it, or you're going to subscribe to it and just kind of look at it whenever you want to look at it up here. All right, so let's see what other goodies we have here in the latest update of Everything is Lava. Now we're going to look at what I would say is the biggest feature in this update, which are the caves terrain. We go down here and we click on new map, and we're going to click down here. We've got a new option down here called caves. And I'm going to assume, I'm just going off the top of the mind because I don't follow everything that's on Discord, so I don't know. But I'm going to assume, because I have seen this from people who said, well, you can't make any dungeons in Dungeon Alchemist. Okay, before this, yes, you could. You could make dungeons in Dungeon Alchemist. There was a particular way to do it. There were a couple things I even think I went through and did a little bit in one of my videos. But you could have. But now they've got it to where it'll just do it automatically for you with the AI. Okay, let's take a look at what these caves look like. Now, if you do solid rock and you don't do anything else, it's just one big slab of rock. So we're not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to change this to a cave system. We're not going to do any water yet. And we're going to have some torches in there. And so you guys can get to see just exactly what it will look like and how it will populate as a cave system. All right, there we go. That's not bad. It's not bad. You know, you got some torches here and everything, so that's good. That's good. And it just does the same thing that you could have done before. It just does it automatically for you. But they have added a brand new cave tab over here. So you've got 4 new options over here. You have to raise the cave area, and this brush is huge, so I like to usually do smaller brushes. But as you can see, if you just click on it a little bit, it goes way up. Then you can carve out a cave. So if I wanted to make it a little bit bigger, let's say I want to add some room over here. So I'll do that down here. There we go. And then you have the erase the cave ceiling. Now I think this is more, you see where the shadows are? If you erase the cave ceiling, then the shadows disappear. If you redraw the cave ceiling, then the shadows come back. See how that works? So you don't actually see the cave ceiling. So it's not like, I forgot which one was it. Was it stalactites or stalagmites? Isn't the stalagmites the ones that come from the bottom? I think so. I might be wrong though. But and you can also go back to your normal terrain tools and just lower. And again, this tool is super big. You just lower that back down to what you want it to be. But let's go ahead and just look at a couple different other ones, just kind of random ones and what it can do. But this time I'm going to do a large cavern with a river. And let's do an empty cave. Let's do that. All right. Pull back a little bit. Okay, so you got a little cave system over here that goes out to this kind of really river area. And I believe this is kind of a little bit over here as well. All right, not bad. Yeah. And if you don't like it, you can always just go and redo it again. Let's try another one. And let's do... Now the crystal cave and the glowing mushroom cave is meh. But I'll show it to you anyway. I'm going to do a crystal cave now. I'm going to do it in the snow. I'm going to do it as an island. And let's do it as a burrow. I don't know. See what we can come up with. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like it looks like a ledge or something inside of some place, right? With snow. It's like a snow-capped mountain look there. All right, let's do one more. We're going to take the snow away. So, no weather. We didn't see the crystals because there's supposed to be crystals in there. They do show up. It's probably the snow is covering them, so don't worry about it. I want to do a labyrinth, and I'm going to take away, I'm not going to do any water. And let's keep the crystal cave just to see if the crystals show up there. And let's create that and see what happens. There we go. So you've got these crystals if you go in. So you got the crystals here. Got some crystals there. All right, so there you go. So that's a labyrinth, a proper one. Again, if you want to do some dungeon delving. And you can always, like I said, you can always go back here to the caves tab. And if you wanted to kind of make your rooms a little bit bigger or something like that, then you can carve out a little bit more cave area here like that. So it can actually be rooms. This one would be a big room. This one would be a room too. So you can kind of have, again, that dungeon delve feel. But that is the new caves features. But that's not all, folks. That's not all. There's other cool things that you can do with the caves feature. Let's go to the next one. So another thing that comes with the caves feature is the ability to add rooms to your sections of the cave that you have. So for example, if I wanted to make, let's say, a Alchemist library right about here, then what I would do, I'm going to move this over here, is first, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger and carve out some area here so we can have some room. And as you can see, when you carve out area, it'll sometimes randomly add these other like rock assets. So if you don't want those, you have to go up here and you have to click on your stuff and get rid of them so you can have some room. And now it looks like we've got plenty of room here. And so I'm going to go right up here. I got the laboratory. Let's do a library instead. Yeah, let's do a library. And basically what you do is you just go across like that. Got a 4x4 room, and it's going to populate this area with the assets that you want for a library, as you can see. And so if you wanted to add some other things, and we can kind of go down here and see what's up. All right. There you go. Now, if you wanted to add another one, I mean, you can always go up here and just kind of copy and duplicate it, you know, and add that right there if you wanted some more and kind of move it back. There you go. If you wanted to add another light, and you can go ahead and copy that and, I don't know, maybe put it over here. Maybe. So as you can add different rooms. Now, there are some things that you cannot add in a cave. You can't add windows. You can't add doors. So don't try to add doors or windows because it's not going to work. And I can just show you right now. If I wanted to try to add a door to this little area over here, and I said, okay, well, I'm just going to do a single door, and I'm going to take one of this one right here. And yep, doesn't even show up. Doesn't even show up. So this is a cave system, so you can't do that. There's a couple things that this is the same thing as it was before when you could create a cave. They just added some other things, but you can't add things to the walls. I want you to notice the torches. The torches are on sconces in a stand that's in the floor. You can't add them to the walls. I went through this before in one of my other videos. And like I said, you can do this for other areas too. If you wanted to add another room, let's say I want to add this area over here to a storage room. I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to widen it up a little bit. See that it added another rock there. Actually added two. Actually added about 3 of those. So I'm just going to go over here and delete these. So I can have a room for the assets that I want for storage. I'm going to go back up here. Is it in mansion? That's where the storage is. I forget. Oh, well, let's do something different. Let's do study instead. Oh, I like that. All right, so let's not like that, like this. Yeah, right about there. Let's see what happens when we do that. And you got yourself a whole brand new study right there. Then you can go ahead and move it around, but actually, that's actually pretty cool. I would just keep it just like that. That's cool. So you don't have to add things one by one. You can go ahead and just do it just like you would normally do it. It's just not going to draw the walls or doors or windows or anything like that, but it will populate it with the assets from whatever room that you are trying to build. So the last feature for the caves is adding caves to the different types of terrain that they have. So you don't just have to do caves by themselves. You can add it to like this hilly grassland that I have pulled up right here. So what you need to do is go down to your terrain tab and hit the cave tab, and it only has one option here. So you can raise a cave area. The first thing I'm going to do is do that. I'm just going to make that a little bit smaller. I'm going to make this kind of big because you kind of have to. And it's probably going to take up, well, let's say it takes up this much. Yeah, that'll work. Over here, over here, over here. There you go. All right, so we just raised the area enough here. I'm just going to put this back here just to make it interesting. All right. So this is in the middle of grassland. So how are we going to do this? As you can see, all the options pop back up over here. So now I'm just going to carve out some area. I'll make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Go in, and we're just going to carve this out like this. Okay, so you have an area over here. And then we're going to carve it out a little bit of area over here. That works. Now I'm going to go ahead and just remove all the junk that it automatically adds. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. There we go. And now I am going to just smooth this. I think we're good here. Hold on. See what we got. I think we're good here. Let's go ahead and choose my handy dandy paladin over here, which they actually give you. And he's going to walk around here, and we're going to see how he can explore. Let's go. Okay, still got a lot of these. Oh, it's over here. Okay, I forgot. Oh, okay. There's a room. Oh, all right. There we go. And he can get back over here. There we go. Kind of treacherous over here, isn't it? All these jagged stones and everything. You can make that kind of a challenge for the characters, right? Just kind of navigating to get through this stuff. All right. And he's back outside. There we go. So that is how you would add it. And I can just escape from here so you guys can see the whole network. But that's how you would add a network. And then you can also, make the map a little bit bigger if you wanted to. So you can have something on the outside here, maybe add another entrance over here that can go from over here. However you wanted to add it. But you can add cave networks within other terrain types, which I think is rather cool. All right, so let's move into our next feature, which is a new kind of terrain, actually. So we go over here and click a new map. We'll go over here and we have skeletal plains now. So when things get really creepy, then you can do skeletal plains. And I think the only kind of vegetation that you can have is bones. So, and you don't have a choice to click off of it. So let's make this in the hills, and let's make this a river and see what it comes up with. It's a river of blood. It's a river of blood. Now you can change this river, by the way, if you go down here to terrain, and if you just wanted it to be just like a normal one. It has a one-click option to change the whole thing. So let's say you just wanted to change this to normal water. Then one click and it will change the whole thing to normal water. If you want to go over here to change it to muddy water, one click will change the whole thing to muddy water. And as you can see, if I scroll in a little bit, bones, and many more bones. If you need, like I said, that really creepy place, you really want to place your characters and make them feel rather uncomfortable. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at two new room types for this update. The first being a tavern kitchen. I thought this was a thing, but apparently not. So I'm just going to draw a little small one right there. That is the new tavern kitchen. And the next one, which I'm really excited about, this one right here is cool. This one is the pits. This one is the pits. The pits is a big deal. So you have, and I'm just going to draw them in so you guys can just see it. Obviously, I wouldn't draw a actual one like this, but this is an acid pit. I move in a little bit. There you go. You have a canal right here. Digging it. You have a lava pit. And I'll just make it right there. Nice. You can have a clear canal. There we go. And as you can see, you can do it randomly, and you got quite a few of them here, and they look good. I really like the way these look. These look really good, man. I'm digging this so much. I'm digging this so much. So much, in fact, that I'm going to see what how my paladin can check this out and see what's up. Ooh, there's the door. We open the door. Open that door. Oh, what's going on? A little pit up in there. How would you get out of there? I guess that's you would have to put a ladder in there, right? And then have to go down. Oh, looking good. I didn't put any doors on these, I don't think. Oh, no, they do have doors. Oh, really? Oh, let's go in. Ooh, there's a little acid right there. And a little muddy water right there. And let's go over here. Some clear water right there. And some lava right there. Okay, let's close that though, because that is dangerous. And come back over here because this acid is dangerous as well. Muddy water might be dangerous too. You never know what's in there. Bacteria. And then we close that up. All right. So those are the 2 new room types. You can really do some cool stuff with these pits here. Because if you go, I'm going to do a couple of other things here. You don't have to make them long like that, right? You can make them just in a square. So this is an earthen dig. Watch what happens here. Right, and so if I go back to my guy, and look inside there, get just a close look. Let's open up the double doors. Ooh, don't go down there too far. There we go. Let's pull back here. Okay. So now you can go, you have pits, and you have an actual kitchen that you can have in your tavern and be good to go. Dungeon Alchemist has added a couple new menu features for the viewing. The first would be to add or take away your grid. Now, as you can see, I work without a grid almost all of the time. But if I wanted to show the grid, all I'd have to do for the shortcut is press Alt-G and the grid would show up. Again, I normally work without a grid. And if you want to just hide it, you can just push that once again. And there's another one too. If you want to disable animations, go up to your view menu right here and then click on disable nature animations. And what that does, you see my lava just went solid. It's not moving no more. It then froze over, y'all. And if I want to go ahead and re-enable it, I'll just go like that. And you got some movement there. And I think this also did, let's do that one more time because I think the other water did it too. Yep, it did. This one, all 4 of them. But let's put that back because my computer can handle it. There we go. So that's just in case your computer can handle it, or maybe you just don't like working with the animations on. So you just go ahead and you can just turn them off and then work as you so desire. What I personally am always looking forward to in these updates are the new assets. So let's go and take a look at the new objects. We can go right here for the new ones. Oh, we're already on there, aren't we? Okay, we got quite a few here. Some wall action, some pipe action here. I'm going to use those in a second. Let's take a look at some of this stuff here. A cash register. Move in a little bit. That looks kind of cool. There you go. Kind of like the Victorian age type stuff. Some dynamite. Dynamite! A new brazier. Okay, and we've got a pipe system. Now, this is what's cool about this pipe system. Number one, you can put one. They're huge, by the way. What you can do is you can connect these pipe systems and you don't have to kind of try to line them up. They have made it to where they would just kind of snap together once you get them close enough, which I think is very cool. If we're going to do, let me see, we're going to take it like that. Let's do that. And I'm going to put together just a little small pipe system here so you guys can see some stuff. And if you go ahead and take your token, I've just used the ones that came with it. And also for this one, I'm going to need a set of stairs to get up there. And now let's get it from the bird's eye view from Mr. Paladin. Oh, okay. So we go up into the sewers. Oh, it's locked. It's locked. Open that thing. Go back here, look around here. Oh, well, this one is just shut off completely. Oh, well, what's this right here? Oh, we can open it up from the inside, even though there is no latch at all. And it's magic. But yes, that is what the pipe system is supposed to do. You're supposed to be able to walk inside the pipe system, sewer system, or whatever. use that for your characters. Another cool thing about the pipe system that you can have, especially if you're going to do it in a 2D environment, is you can go ahead and take one section of it and just uncover it. So the pipe system can be seen from up above. If you've got that 2D view, just kind of top down view looking down. So you don't have to have the actual pipes like this. You could just uncover them, have the bottom of the pipes so you still know that it's a pipe system. Pretty much go about your business. That's one of the cooler assets, newer assets that they have. Yeah, just go ahead and go through the new assets and have at it, y'all. Earlier, I talked about how you couldn't manually place inside of a cave system doors, walls, windows, those kind of things. And you can't. But you can add them to a cave system. It's a little different twist on wording there. Let me show you how to do this. First, let's go over here and let's draw a room. And we're just going to draw the same thing that we drew before. With the new room, we're going to draw a 6x5 tavern kitchen. And then on top of that, I'm going to add a couple of different kinds of pits. Canal right here. All right, and I'm going to go around here. And what's another place I can add a canal? Let's go around here. Let's add it over here. Just because. All right. And let's say that's it. That's what I wanted to add. I got my room. You get it set up the way that you want to get it set up. And if that's it, then what you do is you go down to your terrain and you change it. So you just change it to caves, cave system. I just keep it simple and change the terrain. There you go. Now, if you want to have it surrounded, just go ahead and extend it out a little bit like that. There you go. You actually have a canal system with a kitchen tavern in the middle of a cave system. And if you wanted to, go ahead and kind of edit it, draw a little bit more. And let's go and do this. You can do that. And let's say this is where people come to actually access it. And it's right there. And if we move into this, just to kind of see what it looks like, there you go. You have a door right here that you can walk into. I can actually add my character to it. My handy dandy token right down here. And we can just see what he sees. Ooh. Oh, there is the kitchen. Open that door. All right. And then you got another door back here, which leads straight to the canal. You can close that back up. There you go. So that's how you would add a room in the middle of a cave network. Again, you're going to have to get all your rooms together if you want this whole room network to be put into a cave system. Do all your rooms, put all your assets, all the rest of that stuff. Do that first, and then change the terrain. Simple as that. Oh man, that is quite a bit. And we're just not done yet, because guess what? Oh, they got another update coming. Now, this is not in this update that I just covered. This update that's coming up, well, this is banging. Check this out. This upcoming feature in Dungeon Alchemist will give creators the ability to configure assets so that they interact with the systems in Dungeon Alchemist. Supported formats are FBX and GLTF. You can easily convert other 3D model formats such as OBJ and STL to GLTF through online converters. 3D model packs can be shared on the Steam Workshop. Maps on Steam Workshop can include these custom models, and you will be prompted to download the required model packs when opening such a map. You can configure colliders for objects so that you can place other objects on them in a logical way so that they collide with existing objects. You can assign them to the different object categories. It's coming, and it's coming soon, called the Treasury.
Oh, for sheezy. Oh, Dungeon Alchemist is coming out swinging.
You can't just.
Nah, I mean? Oh, they ain't playing now. I don't know. Oh no, this is getting good. Oh, it's getting real good, y'all. Hey, if you got any value out of this video today, you learned something, then go ahead and do a brother a solid and go ahead and just crush that like button. Also, if you want to stick around, just go ahead, click the subscribe, click the notification bell. And I come out with videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Sometimes I come out with some other stuff. You want to stick around? Feel free. Let's go with the question of the vid. You know what it's going to be. It's an easy question of the vid, so you know what it's going to be. Now, I'm not talking about the update that's not out yet. But what do you like about these new features? Which one do you like the best out of all these new features and everything in the lava that I covered in this video? There are a couple other little small ones I didn't cover. So just the ones that I covered in this video, which one sounds the coolest to you? Let me know. Let's get some engagement going down in the comments below. And that will be it. After all of that, yes, it is time for a brother to skedaddle and do the snaggle waggle puss.
So exit, stage left.
Hey, if you got a game this week, happy gaming. I hope you have an RPG Elite session. Hope it's the best, y'all. And until next time, God willing. Oh, a brother has got to slide on out of here and say peace. 5,000 leets. I'm outie.